So the women, they'd start going to court, and um, the um, they would explain that because I own the people aspect, I have clear communication with the people. They would go to court, and they would explain that they were assaulted the whole term, the whole pregnancy term, and under the laws of marriage and marriage counseling, the law says that you have to have your husband present on all aspects of of marriage, having children and whatnot. So the judge would I'm not prepared to hear this without your husband present. Have you talked it over with your husband? And she would either say yes or no, or the judge would say, that's kind of suspicious that you wouldn't talk over such with your husband. And they were told that they had to have their husband present. And so they went off, they got their husband, and they explained marriage or whatnot. And this is about the time Trump started getting caught. They started saying Trump has no action, like he's kidnapping a person and hiding in the kidnapping zone with the person he kidnapped, while giving criminal commands, telling people to commit crime. This is what they said. And which is actually in the U.S. Marshal's arrest warrant and U.S. Marshal's execution warrant, and is why they actually brought him to court and then locked the doors, because that's strange. There's no persons there, there's a person's there, and there's no action and actions of harm that are coming from him. So under such knowledge, a person has to take caution of actually, being retaliated against or being killed or whatnot. So they actually lock him in the courtroom. And they started explaining to the husband, your wife claims to be unseemly beat. And how do you feel about that? Was it you? And how were you guys? How'd you guys get married? Did you guys beat each other into submission? What? And so some of the families actually talked about it. She was a fighter. Nuts. No, this is ice cubes, ice breakers. And they were explaining that, your wife claims to be beat during the pregnancy. And like some children with broken neck, child born with broken neck, child born with sunken head. There's a lot of things. And And the people's bond locks that with ownership in the future to investigate ownership. So the child that said, no, you gave me nothing but nigger shit. You know, you're not white. You know, these bonds I gave to the blacks, we asked the blacks to move and whatnot. When the people got to court and investigated it, the people's bond that actually has a judge hear marriage and childbirth cases is the same bond and process, that the same weight, the same anchor that has the judge hear the childbirth. And and so